What's up, guys? GameNut here, and welcome back to week number 9 of our NFL regular season predictions. Let's go ahead and take a quick gander at last week and see how well we did. And guys, it was a little rough, not going to lie. We definitely had our worst week so far at this point. We were on a hot streak. We're doing pretty good, getting a lot of games guessed correctly. And this week took a turn for the worse, man. We did really bad. I mean, I went out on a limb on a couple of games, not going to lie. I definitely should have done a lot better than this. I kind of, was just gambling a little bit, seeing if some games were going to go differently than what, people were expecting them to do. And it didn't pay off for me. So you guys can see all the X's, all the green check marks and whatnot. We only got 6 games correct this week. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I think that's our lowest number correct that we've got so far this year. And we had 8 wrong. So out of the 14 games, we went 6-8, which now currently sits us with a 68-51-2 record. So as you can see, on the other hand, though, for Madden 19, they did kind of decent. Not gonna lie, they did okay. They actually had 10 games right. They hit double digits. I think that might be actually one of the first times this year they've hit double digits. So like, it kind of completely flip-flop. I mean, we were usually in the position of where Madden 19 was, getting double digits correct, and they were, the ones getting only single digits correct, which we kind of flipped spots this week, which isn't too good. So now their current record is sitting with 64-55-2, which now only gives us a 4-game spread. So we originally, I believe, last week were up by like, I think 8 games or something like that on Madden 19, and after a pretty rough week, we are now sitting only 4 games above Madden 19. So hopefully things can change around here after the halfway point of the season for week 9. So as we head into week number 9, we actually have 6 teams on a bye week this week. That's actually a lot, the most we've had up to this point so far. So that means there's only going to be 13 games going on this week, which means we have a chance, go 13-0. I hope so. I want to have a perfect week at some point. But with the 6 teams that are on a bye, that is going to be the Cardinals, Bengals, Colts, Jaguars, Giants, and Eagles. That's definitely a lot of teams. So there's a lot of guys currently, just going to be relaxing this weekend and getting some healing time in for those guys. So before we get into our Sunday games, of course, we did have Thursday Night Football, which was the Raiders taking on the 49ers. And you guys are going to see my tweet on screen right now, and you guys can see that my choice was actually the 49ers. So we actually got ourselves another correct guess for Thursday Night Football. I haven't had a whole lot of those this year. I usually guess all of the Thursday night games wrong. But this week is what I meant to say, was I actually guessed it correctly. So, I'm definitely kind of happy about that. But you guys might have saw on my tweet there, I did say that Derek Carr was better than Beathard, but I didn't even know that Beathard was hurt. I like, that was news to me. I didn't see it. I didn't see anything on Twitter. I mean, I haven't really been looking at Twitter too much, so I had no idea that Nick Mullins, this third-string quarterback, was going to be starting for the Niners. And if that was the case, I 100% probably would have picked the Raiders to win this game. But I'm glad I picked the Niners, because obviously they did a good job, and the Raiders are just an absolute complete mess and a terrible team right now. It's crazy to see. Derek Carr is he's just a complete mess. The whole team's a complete mess. And it was kind of crazy to see them only get held to just 3 points against the 49ers and a third-string quarterback. Crazy to see, man, but I'm just happy that I was able to get the game guessed correctly by picking the 49ers. And so far, our hopes of having our first perfect week of the season still stands. But our first game of the week is going to be the Bears taking on the Bills. The Bears are sitting 4-3. The Bills are 2-6. And guys, I think this week I'm probably not going to be gambling on my picks a little bit too much this week. You guys know that's kind of basically what I did last week. I went with the underdogs a lot. I picked the teams that weren't really projected or predicted to win, and I'm probably going to stop doing that this week, because I want to not get only 6 games right again. I want to kind of get towards that winning side again, like 10 games right and whatnot. So obviously I'm going to be going with probably like the favorites, or the guys that should win most of these games this week, and that's obviously going to pick things up right here with our first game. So I'm obviously going to be choosing the Bears here. They're the better team. They have a really great defense. Their offense is actually coming together really nicely as well. And the Bills, obviously, they're just a little bit of a mess. They're not a complete team. They're sitting at 2-6. The Bears obviously really want to get more wins, more so than the Bills do, because obviously the Bears have a better shot at making the playoffs. The Bills at this point, not so much. So definitely going to have to be going with Khalil Mack on that defense and the Chicago Bears. Next up, we have a division game in the NFC South. We've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are 3-4, going against the Panthers at home, who are sitting 5-2. And I'm starting to think that these stats that I'm reading on the NFL website, which is where I look at the schedule, and it also has the ratings for like the offense, defense, passing, and rushing, like 1 through 32 for each team. And right now, it's literally saying the Buccaneers have the #1 offense and the #1 passing offense. And at this point, I'm starting to question the sources here for NFL. Is that actually true? If anybody can confirm that, if the Bucs actually have the #1 offense right now, then please do, because I don't see how that's actually a thing. Anyways, it doesn't matter what this says if they are the #1 offense or not. I'm going with Superman Cam and the Panthers at home. I mean, they're a really good team, okay? I mean, Cam's kind of looking like he's in his MVP form. Obviously, he just absolutely decimated my team last weekend, and that wasn't very fun to watch. But definitely going to have to go with the Panthers getting the win here at home. That's an easy call. Next up, we've got the 7-1 Chiefs, who are going to be going against the Cleveland Browns, who are 2-5-1. And guys, this one might get a little ugly. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if somehow, some way, the Chiefs lose this game, I'm just gonna question so many things about everything in life. It's just going to be ridiculous. But I mean, I heard that the Chiefs this week were literally practicing celebrations. Like, it got to that point. Like, they're so confident. Like, they just stopped practicing football. They're like, all right, we're just gonna start practicing for when we score because we know we're gonna score. Like, it's a little ridiculous. But I mean, obviously we're going with KC here. There's no way Cleveland gets the win. If they do, man, I am literally going to be mind blown. We've actually got quite a few division games this week now that I'm looking at it. Our next one here is going to be the New York Jets going against the Miami Dolphins. The Jets are 3-5. They're hanging in there. They're definitely not out of the playoff race just yet, I would like to say. And the Dolphins are sitting 4-4. So obviously they're a little bit better. And the Jets, this would be a big time win for them to beat a division opponent, go ahead 4-5, and that would actually knock down the Dolphins to 4-5. And I think I'm going to go with the Jets. I feel like the Jets can get this one done. I mean, they've been a little inconsistent. Obviously, they're not that great of a team. Neither of these teams are really that great. But I think Sam Darnold and the Jets and that defense, I think they'll get it done. I think they're going to play hard enough to where they want this win, and they're going to go into Miami, and they're going to be the team that comes out on top. Next up, we got my game, of course. We've got one of the best division rivalries in football. We've got the Steelers, who are 4-2-1, coming to my Ravens, who are now sitting at just 4-4. It kind of sucks to say, but you know what? They kind of dug themselves in their own hole here. But as we go ahead and look at this game, obviously, I mean, there's no question why would I pick against my team. Obviously, we're picking the Ravens to win this game, and I do have hope. I think we're actually going to win this game. Last week against the Panthers, I was definitely nervous. I wasn't super confident. I didn't expect us to be that bad. Not going to lie, that was just absolutely disgusting to watch. But I'm definitely more confident this week. I mean, we're playing home. We're against the Steelers, still without Le'Veon Bell. We beat them in primetime at their stadium, so there's for no reason them coming to our stadium, it should be any different. So we should not struggle in this game. They should, wake up after what just happened to them and realize we're actually sitting at 4-4 right now. We need to get our act together, turn things around, and definitely get a big-time win at home here. So hopefully my Ravens, they can get it done, man. I really hope so. And it looks like this is going to be our last division matchup of the week. We've got the Detroit Lions, who are 3-4. They are going to take on the Vikings at home, who are 4-3-1. Now, obviously, the Vikings they lost at home to the Saints, which I kind of had a feeling that Drew Brees, they were going to come back with redemption, man. After what happened last year in that playoff game, and they got it done. They definitely did. And even though division games are usually pretty good, I feel like we have to stick with the home team here. I mean, the Lions ain't that bad of a team. They really aren't. I mean, obviously, they always have a couple issues here and there. They can never get things together. But as for the Vikings, what just happened to them last week, playing home against a division opponent, this would obviously be a pretty big win for them, considering it is a division opponent. I think it kind of makes sense here to go with the Vikings in this game. Next up, we have the Atlanta Falcons, who are 3-4, going to take on the Washington Redskins, who are sitting at 5-2. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect the Redskins to be doing this well at this point of the season, so kind of have to tip your hat to them, give them a round of applause. They're definitely doing pretty good at this point of the season. However, it's going to be kind of hard. I don't think that they can go 6-2. Obviously, the Falcons are kind of in desperation mode at this point, and I feel like going to a hostile environment, I don't know. I just kind of feel like the Falcons, I keep choosing the Falcons to win every single week, and they always let me down, man. But I just don't see them losing this week. It'd be cool to see the Redskins win and the Falcons lose once again. That'd just be wild to see. To see the Redskins go 6-2 and the Falcons 3-5. However, I just don't think that's going to happen, man. I think the Falcons, I think they're going to have enough juice in the tank, and they're going to be so motivated that they're going to want to get this win really bad, and they're going to get it done. I think there'll be some good points scored. I think I'm going to say somewhere around 28 or something like that, probably high 20s. But I think it'll be a good game, but I'm going to have to go with the Falcons getting the win here. Now we've got the Houston Texans, who are 5-3, sitting on that 5-game win streak, man. Those Texans, they're coming along, man. Deshaun Watson's coming back to life, and this team is looking pretty damn good. I'm not going to lie. And then we've got the Denver Broncos, who are going to be the home team. They're sitting at 3-5. What's actually crazy about this is I'm sure most of you guys probably know Demaryius Thomas was actually traded to the Texans this past week, and he's just left Denver to go with his new team in Houston. And now the very first game of him being on his new team is going to play his old team in their old stadium. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. It's definitely a weird situation. It's going to be kind of awkward for him. I'm not going to lie. He's probably going to be sitting there and be like, man, I was supposed to be on the other sideline, or I was on the other sideline literally a week ago. That's probably going to be kind of crazy to see. But I think I'm going to have to be going with the Texans, though. I mean, they look really good. Obviously, they just added a big piece to their offense. Their offense was already hot, and when you add Demaryius Thomas to it, it's going to be even kind of harder to stop, especially with the Broncos not being that well of a team. So, going to have to go with the Houston Texans here, man. They're going to be 6-3 after this week. Now, this one's going to be a pretty good game, and I'm still kind of undecided on who I think is going to win this one. We've got the Chargers, who are 5-2, and the Seahawks are 4-3. And both of these teams are actually doing really, really good. I'm not going to lie. It's just like the Chargers have barely lost. They only lost twice, and it was the pretty good teams. Same with the Seahawks. They obviously started pretty bad, 0-2, but now they're 4-1, you know, through the past 5 weeks, and that loss, the only one loss was coming to the Rams, which they barely lost by. So the Seahawks are riding pretty hot right now. They're definitely playing really, really well. And I think because of that fact, and Russell Wilson is actually like really good against AFC teams, I think he's like 12-0. I heard that or saw that stat somewhere. Like he's 12-0, Russell Wilson, against AFC teams, and especially with the way this team's playing right now, and they're home. Think I gotta go with Seahawks, man. I think the Seattle Seahawks are going to be able to get the win here. This is going to be a really close game, man. I think this one's going to go either way. It's like 50-50 for me, to be honest, and I think I gotta go Seattle at the end. This is once again going to be a really, really good game. We've got the Rams, the undefeated Rams. They're just so unbelievably good. It's just disgusting. Who are sitting 8-0. They are going to be taking on the New Orleans Saints, who are 6-1. And this is, again, kind of a game that I'm just like, I don't really know how this one's going to go, man. I mean, this is probably going to be pretty high scoring, not going to lie. But I feel like I think it's going to happen this week. I said it last week. It should have happened last week. I mean, obviously, Ty Montgomery kind of ruined those chances. It was looking pretty good for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers to finally give the Rams their first loss of the season. But then, you know, you guys saw what happened. But with the Saints, how good they are right now, they're playing at home. I think this is it. This is going to be the week the Rams finally take their first loss of the season. They're going to be 8-1. I got to go New Orleans at home, man. I think it's finally time for them to get their first L of the season. And now we got the battle of the 12s. This should be a really good one, man. We got Green Bay Packers 3-1 going to take on Tom Brady and the Patriots. They are sitting 6-2. I'm excited for this game. This is going to be definitely one of the best games, I think, of this whole entire season. One of the ones that I'm most forward looking to watching. It's going to be really good, man. I'm excited to see Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady battle it out. But for the team that's going to take the victory, it's going to be tough. Obviously, I really want to choose Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. I feel like A-Rod can get it done, but just part of me is like, is Tom Brady really going to lose? Is he going to lose at home to Aaron Rodgers? I mean, obviously the Packers just lost a couple of players. They're still doing pretty good. It's going to be hard, man. I mean, this game can go either way, but at the end result, I really want to pick the Packers. In my heart, it's telling me to pick the Packers to win this game, but I think I might have to go with the Patriots because it just seems logical. The Tom Brady and the Patriots are just too good, man, and I think we got to go New England getting this win at home. You know what? Scratch that. I changed my mind. I'm sticking with my boy Aaron Rodgers. I love this dude so much. It's just, he's amazing. I think that if there's anybody that can beat Tom Brady, it's got to be A-Rod. So you know what? Just scratch everything I just said. I'm going Packers, man. They're going to get it done. And last but not least, we have Monday Night Football. This is a game I'm not super excited about, not going to lie. But, you know, we got the Titans, who are 3-4, and the Cowboys, who are 3-4. Both of these teams are, you know, they're okay? They're That's basically all I have to say for them. The Cowboys are pretty much like the only team that has somewhat of a shot in this game, considering the fact that they have a good defense. And for that reason alone, gonna have to go with the home team in the Cowboys. I mean, they usually do kind of decent when they do have their home primetime games, which that is exactly what this is going to be. The Titans, again, they're not that great, so I think we definitely have to choose the Cowboys to get the win at home here. But of course, before I let you guys know, the other part of this video is, of course, to let you guys know what Madden 19 decided to choose for their predictions this week and see who they are choosing to come out on top for the games this week. So I'm not going to waste too much time on this, but let's go through it very quickly. We start off with Thursday Night Football, and I'm pretty sure at this point they are now 9-0. They have correctly guessed every single Thursday night game this year, which is kind of crazy, and it's annoying to see. So they did pick the Niners, so obviously we both got that game correct at this point. Next up, we've got the Bears and the Bills. They're going to be siding with us, choosing Chicago to beat Buffalo. Next up, we have the Carolina Panthers and the Buccaneers. They are also siding with us. They choose the Panthers to beat the Buccaneers. Next game, we have the Chiefs and the Browns. They chose the Browns. I am not kidding you guys. If Madden knows something that I don't, and somehow the Chiefs lose this game, I'm just gonna lose it. I'm just not gonna know what life is anymore. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, next couple of games, we've got the Jets and the Dolphins. They're gonna be going with us here, choosing the Jets to get the away win. Of course, they're gonna be going against my Ravens, but typically it kind of seems like whenever they choose against my Ravens, that's when they actually win, and whenever they side with me and choose my Ravens to win, that's when we end up losing. So I'm actually kind of not mad that they're going against us here for this week. So as we move forward, we've then got we've got the Lions and the Vikings. They're gonna be choosing the away team. They're going against us here, choosing the Lions to win this game. They're also going to be choosing the home team for the Falcons and Redskins, going against us here. They're going to choose the Redskins to get the win and go 6-2 at this point. They also both have the Texans getting the win, traveling to Denver, so they're siding with us on that. We also have the Seahawks. We both agree that that's going to be the team that gets the win. Between the Rams and the Saints, they also have the Rams going to be getting their first loss of the season, and the Saints are going to be getting the win. For Sunday Night Football, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, they're siding with Tom Brady, but I can't be mad at that. It definitely makes sense, but, you know, I just feel like A-Rod's going to get it done, but they're going to be going with the Patriots and Tom Brady. And last but not least, for Monday Night Football, also siding with us here, they're going to be choosing the Cowboys to beat the Titans. But that is going to do it, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. This is week number 9 predictions. Hopefully all of you guys enjoyed, man. Make sure you guys enjoy some football. I can't believe we're already halfway through the 2018 season, man. It's just crazy how fast football is flying by, man. But hopefully, you know, I feel kind of confident, not gonna lie. This could be our perfect week. I don't know. I feel pretty good about it. I don't think we're gonna have a week like we did last week, but I think it could be good. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching, man. Once again, if you guys did enjoy it, be sure to subscribe. I will catch you guys all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.